Well, hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. I thought I'd talk about one of my favourite subjects today, food. I enjoy eating it, I enjoy preparing, I enjoy cooking it. One day we'll be able to invite people to share food with us again. And with the news earlier this week that it looks like a vaccine will soon be available, I'm certainly really hopeful that that day is coming very, very soon. Now, I've talked in previous weeks about this guy called Jesus. There's loads of stories in the Bible about times when Jesus shared food with people. Sometimes with his close friends, sometimes with different groups of people that he'd met. Jesus used to go to open places and crowds of people would come to listen to him speak, to see what he had to say. I'm sure the people that came, they vary widely in terms of who they were and in terms of how many there were. Now one day, despite Jesus' plan to go somewhere quiet with his close friends, a large crowd of people found out where he was going and they went there. Actually, Jesus didn't mind. He welcomed them and he spent the whole day speaking to them. We're told that there were about 5,000 men, plus children, plus women, so possibly 15 or 20,000 people. Now, this wasn't a well-prepared crowd of people, and there wasn't a concession on the side selling burgers and whatever. They just got there to hear Jesus speak, and by late afternoon, they were getting pretty hungry, and pretty much nobody had thought to bring any food with them. Jesus and his friends, they discussed what they could do. His friends thought they should tell the people to go, find the villages, find somewhere to stay, find some food. But Jesus had another idea. He wanted to keep talking to the people. So he asked his friends to go and see what food they could find. They didn't do very well. They came back with 5 small loaves of bread and 2 small fish. Maybe it would make a snack for Jesus, but it certainly wasn't even going to be enough to be seen by this huge crowd. Jesus then did something that people thought was a little odd to start with. He took the food, he prayed over it and thanked God for it. And then he broke a piece off and gave it to the first person. Then he broke another piece off and gave it to the second person. And then he broke the loaves down and started to give the bigger pieces of loaves to his friends and asked them to start to share it out. And then they started to break their pieces apart and shared them out even widely. And before they knew what was happening, there was so much food that everybody was eating. Jesus kept talking to the people while they were eating, and much later everyone had eaten more than enough. In fact, as the people left, Jesus' friends went round and gathered up huge baskets of food that was left over. When Jesus prayed over the food, it had multiplied. There was a miracle. There was enough food for thousands and thousands of people, and it all came from the tiny beginning of 5 loaves and 2 small fish. When Jesus brought together prayer and faith, amazing things happened. And there's a message in this story as well about how generous God is, that there wasn't 2 slices of bread and half a fish per person. Instead, there was so much that nobody went with less than they could eat. Now, I've never had to ask God to feed a crowd of 20,000 people. I probably never will, but I have asked God to provide for things that I believe are part of what he's asking us to do, even here with LRCC. When we asked for a laptop for somebody, we were given 2. When we asked for funding so we could do our coffee, cake and chat, which we do on the front of the house, we found amazing generosity from people to fund that. Right now, we can't do that, of course, because of the restrictions. But hopefully in December, we'll be continuing with that again. We'll let you know through this and through the website. But instead of that, later today, in case you're watching on some sort of catch-up, that's the 15th of November 2020, we're going to try doing something different. We're going to start meeting online at 4 o'clock for half an hour for a chat. If you're interested, head to our Facebook page, find the details. You know, probably the most amazing miracle I find for me at the moment is the miracle of time. My life seems incredibly busy, but somehow God gives me the time to get everything done. It's our prayer that God will bless you and bless you generously. If there are things that we can pray for you, do let us know. Message us or head to our website or drop us a note. I pray you keep safe during this second period of lockdown. God bless you. See you next week.